Hi guys, Termix here. Want to talk to you today about Banished. This is the game you can see right here. It's a sort of settlement builder game set in some kind of medieval olden days scenario where everything is made from wood and stone and all that. You get dropped on a randomly generated map with a small group of settlers. You start the game and you have a stockpile and a storage barn with some starting resources in, and you need to set your settlers to work building houses and gathering resources and food and producing food so that they can survive. I picked this game up hoping it would be a more an easier to play, more a lighter, sort of like Dwarf Fortress Light. Okay, now Dwarf Fortress is a very, very complex and very detailed game in which you build a dwarf settlement, and you can craft all sorts of items. You can grow all sorts of food, and there's just an astonishing amount of detail in that game. Plus, it's all keyboard controlled and has no graphics, so it's a bit. It's got a steep learning curve and takes a lot of getting into. And I was thinking, well, I'd played Dwarf Fortress, but and reached a reasonable degree of competency. You know, I knew the keys and I could play it. But sometimes you just wanted something easier to play, and I thought, well, Banished could be that game. So here I am. This is at early stages of a game. I've just built a few homes, and I've built a few resource gathering stations. Here's a fishing dock. I've got a crop field here which is in the process of being planted. It's growing corn. I've got a gatherer's hut which will gather food and things like that from the surrounding area. I've got a forester lodge which will gather wood and also plant trees, so that will be like a sustainable timber production. And then over here I've got a hunting cabin which is the same for hunting wild animals. But in terms of this game scratching the Dwarf Fortress itch that I had, it just does not do that. I mean, you do have every individual settler is has an identity, and you can see their happiness and what they do for their job and everything else and all of that. But there's no RPG elements to them. They don't have like varying degrees of skill as far as I'm aware. Like in Dwarf Fortress, every dwarf has a craft and a set of stats and skills, and they become better. And the better they get, the better the items that they produce. Your high quality items that they produce, they can be sold on for more profit. Really, in this game, all it is balancing your the game economy. Effectively, you've just got to balance the stocks of food, the stocks of so that everybody has enough food, the stocks of like clothes and wood and stuff, so everybody's warm in the winter time. And housing, so that every member of the population has a place to sleep. A bit later into the game, you can also get into a bit of trading. You can build like a trading dock, and a ship will come down the river every now and then, or once a year or something, and you can trade for other resources, so that you can. So it was trade for some type of seeds that you didn't have before, so you can plant an orchard or something. That you didn't have access to before, or some kind of livestock. That's the kind of things that I've been tending to get. It is, in a way, it's that sort of a game, but compared to Dwarf Fortress, if you've played Dwarf Fortress and actually spent enough time with the game to actually reap the rewards and get something back from it, other games of that style just don't come up to scratch. And I was hoping for so much more from this game. It tries, and you can tell it's a very small team. I think it's one guy that makes this game. So, but then that's no defence, because Dwarf Fortress is two guys, only one of which is the programmer. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's fun for a few hours, but you'll soon become aware of the simplicity and the sort of lack of depth it has, and you realise there's once you've sort of built all of the structures and you just start expanding and spreading, building more of the same over and over again, it's just the game loses its appeal quite rapidly. So that's what I think of the game. Yeah, it depends what you're looking for, but you know, I did pick up pretty cheap on a sale. If you can get it cheap on a sale and you're curious enough about the game, have a look at it, do. But I have to say, if you've got a hankering for this sort of game, I thoroughly recommend you have a look at Dwarf Fortress, and don't be put off by the graphics. Okay, it's a hugely detailed and deep game, and very, very rewarding once you learn how to play. So if you're interested in a game like Banished, stop for a second, have a look at Dwarf Fortress, because it's completely free. Okay, Banished you have to buy, Dwarf Fortress totally free. Please take a look. I've got nothing to do with the game, I don't know the guys, I'm not, you know, but I really recommend the game. It's a great game. So this is Tomex. If you want to play a sort of settlement game, Dwarf Fortress is the one. Alright, cheers. Bye guys.